Landry here, founder of DigitalExplorers.net. Is my camera off? Yeah, I just moved and I'm setting things up. I'm mobile, so can you be. I just want to share with you that any of you who have worked online, been seeking to be successful online, even if you're doing things that you feel are really good for people, coaching, health and wellness, all kinds of things, it's still a business. And it still has to be treated like one. And if people don't know you exist, or your message isn't clear, or you're not in a market that people really want your stuff or your services, then you can't achieve success. And so many of us have this, let's just say, dual thought of doing good things, I just do the good things. And business is, well, you know, if I do good things, that'll come, but it won't. So you can do good things and be successful and be profitable, but we still have to bring that business side in, that strategy. Now here's what I want to share with you. I designed Digital Explorers for one reason, because people that are highly spiritual, they want to do good things, aren't necessarily focused on the business side, and they don't succeed. And so they think that they have to be broke, they think that they just have to go into this mentality of doing good things, and that that's separate somehow from business. But then here's the joke. Most of them go into businesses they hate. That's not a positive thing for the planet. And also, that business is probably not doing very good things, period. What does this mean? We can incorporate the really high-level business practices, the ones that work, that are proven online, and also do something good and look into it and say, is there a market for this? How do I monetize it? How do I create multiple income streams? How do I own it? Most of all, own your business, right? Doesn't it feel good to create something and you actually own it? Instead of just, okay, I'm going to sell this and sell this and sell this, and most of it isn't really good for the planet at all. So I want to ask you this. Do you want to do good things? Do you want to change the planet? Because we're going to need it. We're going to need all of this going into the era that we're stepping into right now. And great change is going to happen. Great and positive changes. Why? Because people will want to make a positive difference on the planet, and they're going to make higher choices, but they don't know how to, and I created this to show you how. So my students are going into an expansive space, because one thing I noticed that was missing out there is that people aren't taught how to find out what that niche market is. And why do we have to find it out? If you're going to own it, you have to create it, right? If you are going to do somebody else's platform, it already exists, but that's not yours and you don't own it. So on my platform, we own our businesses. We create value, all right? We own the store. We're not the salesperson for the store. So if you want that, then you have to come up with what that is. Well, where do you find that? You usually go into trainings and they say, here, we'll help you create the courses or decide what, how you're going to monetize and all this good stuff, but they don't tell you, how do I choose that thing? How do I know what to do? I have a whole system that takes you through. And by the way, you really have to think it through. The shocking part is most of my students don't know what that is. They're shocked that they can't just name it. And so they're having fun and realizing, wait a minute, I can do anything. Well, let's go into that and discover what it is I really want to do. And then you go through a step-by-step process where then we say, okay, now how do we monetize it? What are you going to offer out there? And then we structure it like a real business. We put a strategy in place. Branding comes later. We create the business strategy after you decide what you're going to do and how you're going to deliver it. And then we say, is there a market? Let's do some research. We treat it like a real business. We use AI, so it accelerates your progress. You're not having to do all the heavy lifting. This is unlike anything else out there, and I am offering it to people to change their lives, to feel really good about what they're doing, to really go on a journey of self-discovery. It's not just create an online business. You're going to find out about yourself. You're going to discover what really excites you. You're going to start doing things that you didn't realize you could before. I mean, I would have never imagined sitting here, I'll tell you that. I was an investment banker for 20 years. So let's explore this. If this sounds good to you, then maybe it's time for you to come on board. Now, I have a free webinar of the 5 steps required to be successful online. I've been doing this for 12 years now successfully. I have profitable online businesses. I was a top affiliate marketer, and then I created my own brands when I realized, hey, that's not my company. as wonderful as it can be if you're successful. And then I realized I have to apply all of those rules to something I'm creating. But I wanted to take it up a notch. I wanted to go into that planet conscious business to create a world that makes sense, right, for all of us. So if that sounds good, I have that webinar. You'll go into another email list just for the webinar, and you can check that out. And then you can decide if you want to talk to me. I don't take everybody. Some people, they're just, make money. That's our program is much bigger than that. In fact, you have a better chance of being highly successful here than you do on other platforms where you're just doing techniques and tech stuff and all this stuff. How can I make money? And here, it's a detailed strategy that I think you're going to really enjoy. It could be life-changing for you. So if you want that webinar, it's a masterclass, 5 steps. It's an hour long. And you'll see one of my students is in there. And, well, actually 2 of my students are in there. One joined right after that. And let's see where life's going to take you. And maybe it's time to have an online business, but do it in a way you never thought possible. I'll see you in the next video.